So I first met Dave and Mike at an NTMA leadership summit in Albuquerque, and they were engaging, they were entertaining, they had a lot of good things to say, and they gave a presentation on networking, and that kind of hit home. That's what I'm a sales guy at heart, so that made sense to me, and we started talking and emailing, and it took back and forth about 6 months. We first engaged Marty, Dave, and Mike came down for a discovery meeting. Gave us a list, and they were the second company that we had talked to and done that same discovery. We got a list together of what we need to improve on, how we were going to attack it, and then we engaged. So we first started with the coaching, which was 4 hours a month, I think, of one-to-ones. And then afterwards, we identified pretty quickly that we needed some help on the accounting side of it. Our books were a mess. And one of the best things that we got out of it so far is I have clarity on what we're doing and what we're spending and what our budget looks like. What EGS does on the financial side of things, we've spent about 9 months bucketing and really refining our budget, coding properly. We had $100,000 in IT expenses over the year, which really it was about $15,000. But we just didn't know how to bucket it. We're not accountants, so that provided a ton of clarity. And we'll go over our slide deck, our accounting deck, or CFO deck every month, and make sure that we're hitting our numbers and that we're within budget. And we'll adjust our budget for the rest of the year if we're not hitting our revenue numbers. So that's helped tremendously. It's provided a lot of peace and comfort to me and my business partner. And then with Marty, our business coach, we'll go in and we'll start digging into, I think the first 6 months we were really setting and refining our KPIs and really trying to figure out if we could measure these KPIs. So now our meetings are all driving towards those KPIs. So about the first 8 months of the engagement was a lot of figuring out where we are and benchmarking where we're at, and then comparing ourselves to what top shops in the United States look like. We've involved the leadership team in our shop as well in the process. So everybody has their own roles, everybody knows what their numbers are, and we're actually driving towards data instead of the perpetual, I think that this is what happened, and I think that this was better. We have been structuring data. So in the past 16 months that we've been engaged, we haven't actually sold anymore. Our revenue stayed the same, but our costs have reduced drastically. We've been able to identify where our waste is. And we've been setting ourselves up for growth. So I think the main thing that you should consider when you're looking at hiring a business coach, is it's really hard to elevate above the daily operations of your business. It's really hard to get a plan together and have somebody hold you accountable to that plan. And if you're the one holding yourself accountable, it's easy to let things slide. So that's what I would say. I thought we were doing okay, but we were doing okay, but we want to scale and we want to grow. So I think the main difference between where I would be if I didn't hire EGS, I would be a lot more frustrated, impatient with employees, family, grumpier. I'd be working a lot more, and I'd honestly be paying myself less.